You read that right. Donald Trump explicitly said he wants to terminate the Constitution. Now, for those who've been paying any amount of attention, this should not come as a surprise, and yet people were freaking out that he said this. Now, I don't know, he instigated a coup. The same people who are freaking out now know he instigated a coup, and yet they're surprised he actually said that he wants to terminate the Constitution. So that's weird. What do you think that a coup would be called? But anyway, so he went on to his social media platform, Truth Social, and he went crazy because Elon Musk did some investigating and discovered some interesting evidence to show that that Twitter was violating free speech or something. Now, this evidence that he finally released was that the Biden team, now this was, first off, this was in the summer of 2020, before Biden was president. So, and again, free speech only applies to the government. They're the only ones who can stifle free speech. Private citizens, private companies can have whatever rules they want. They can stifle whomever the hell they want. Now, obviously, that should be within reason if you want to be a public institution, but still, that remains. As long as you're not discriminating against any group of people with a minority status, you're good to go. But anyway, so it turns out that the tweets that in question involved the Biden team asking Twitter to take down Hunter Biden's dick pics, which is a violation of their terms of service. Now, I'm not going to get into how the hell they got dick pics of Hunter Biden. I'm not going to get into what that says about Hunter Biden or anything, because if you want to take dick pics as long as you don't send them unsolicited, I don't give a fuck. But Trump, so this is a nothing burger. But Trump decided that this was more evidence of government interference in an election. Which, no, it's not. You were the fucking president when this was happening. And of course, Republicans were like, ooh, all this damning evidence on Hunter Biden's laptop. It's a good thing he never won the presidency. He wasn't running. Why are people so fascinated with his laptop? I mean, even if he was the devil incarnate, that still says jack shit about Joe Biden. So, what is this obsession? But, yes, that's why Donald Trump wants to terminate the Constitution and have a do-over of the 2020 election. Because the Biden campaign asked Twitter to take down Hunter Biden's dick pics, which shouldn't have been on there anyway because it's a violation of their terms. So, first off, the fact that he openly said, I want to terminate the Constitution, should be a wake-up call to anyone who, up to this point, has been still defending the guy and been election deniers and whatnot, to hear it in plain language that you're not being patriots, you are actually being the traitors. You are the ones who are trying to subvert the country. There is that. That should be the first thing. The only do the Republican Party say anything? Nope, crickets. Finally, Mitch McConnell did stand up to Trump. However, Kevin McCarthy, not as forcefully, but that's because he needs the Looney Tunes to vote for him to become speaker. Which is another little fun bit that the Republicans are trying so desperately to find a rake to step on, because they are threatening not to vote for Kevin McCarthy. And Kevin McCarthy even said that if the Republicans keep doing this, can't get their act together, Democrats are going to vote for the next speaker, which I didn't think that was a thing. I thought that the party in power voted, and only them. So, learn something new every day. But, back to the reason for this video. Republicans are not saying anything. These are the people who claim that they are pro-Constitution. They're the ones claiming that the Democrats are these evil communists, not even socialists, because they conflate communism and socialism as if that's the same thing. But they're the ones who are claiming that the Democrats and these evil leftists are trying to subvert the Constitution, when their head of the party literally just said, I want to subvert the Constitution, and actually tried to with the coup. And none of the Republicans are saying shit. Nobody's saying a word. And I just don't get it. I mean, at what point are you going to realize that this man is toxic? That everything he touches turns to shit? I don't understand why nobody is standing up to him. I mean, especially now. Especially when he made it plain that he wants to terminate the Constitution. He wants to subvert it simply because of nothing. He has no legit reason. I mean, again, it's not that, number one, Biden was not president at the time. It was Trump. So, how was he violating free speech? Because I have the right to look at Hunter Biden's dick? Granted, there are a lot of guys who think that women have the constitutional right to force women to look at their dick pics. Yes, I have gotten unsolicited dick pics. I think at this point, every single woman has gotten those, because men are weird. Desperate men are weird anyway. And I just don't get why this is an issue. I mean, I could understand if this was a legit issue, but first, it's under Biden, which has nothing to do with Joe Biden, except for the fact that this is his son. But nobody blames Trump for the Three Stooges. So I don't understand why this is a thing. number one. Number two, they asked Twitter to take something down that violated their terms, violated Twitter's terms of service. So, and this was brought out in Elon Musk's tweet, and yet everybody, including Elon Musk, is acting like this is a huge violation of the First Amendment. How in the world did we allow people who are supposed to be government officials or who are supposed to be want to be in government? How are we allowing so many of these people to not have a grasp on what the First Amendment means? Because it is really scary how many, and I know people who also don't understand what First Amendment means. Because it's just scary that just read the damn amendment. But then again, a lot of these people think the Second Amendment allows them to be armed to the teeth. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense then. Let's see. So yes, the Republicans are trying desperately to step on a rake because Trump should be yesterday's news, but the Republicans are still kowtowing to him. And most of the candidates he endorsed lost. I think all of them did. Not just most, all of them did. Herschel Walker being the latest one, who lost yesterday, yes. But I don't understand. Why are Republicans not taking him on? I mean, it makes no sense. Maybe because Republicans actually believe what Trump said, that because he's rich, he can do whatever he wants. I really don't know why there aren't any Republicans standing up to him over this. Because it's one thing to be talked into, oh yeah, it's a coup, but you're being patriots and whatever, and use coded language. Okay, fine. It's not obvious. This is obvious. And Republicans are still defending him. I don't get it. I honestly do not get why this is a thing. It should be easy to denounce. Even if you don't have the slightest clue what the First Amendment says. All you have to do is read Twitter's terms of service, which literally says no porn, no dick pics. I don't understand why this is so hard to combat. Anyway, I'm going to end it there, and I'll see you guys next time.